Hello, Brittany here with day 53 of our 67 days towards our own at-home practice, and another amazing day helping us be here now. We are doing that this week, exploring our balance poses, and today our practice will keep us grounded first, balance second, and calm nice and at the end so that we leave all three. Starting off, sliding the palms into the body, deep breaths in, complete breaths out. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, filling up the belly on our inhale, letting go of our abdomen, and on our exhale, gently engaging the belly all the way into the back. Deep breaths in, complete breaths out. We're going to take 3 more, making it Ujjayi, gently constricting the throat on exhale if we need a little bit extra calm, if lots of thoughts are thinking around. Just 2 more. Gently opening our eyes, bring our hands to our heart and setting an intention for our practice. Today I offer you yet again the intention of brahmacharya. Today is our last day exploring brahmacharya or sense control, realizing that we have control over our own senses and noticing the times we want to blame anything else around us for what's going on with us. When that starts to happen, smiling at ourselves and figuring out how we can make minor adjustments in our own body to make our life along the directions of what we're looking for, if that's a nourishing intention. If not, setting any other intention that'll keep your mind on your mat. And grounding the palms, standing on up, let's come onto our mat. We're going to start our practice with our dancing warrior sequence to warm up our body. This is going to help us be very, very grounded. And the way we're going to let it do that, spreading our fingers nice and wide, spreading our toes nice and wide in each posture. We're going to do 1 slow flow round, 3 breaths per posture, adding some new ones in there that are going to really help us feel our ground. Starting off on the front of our mats, inhaling the arms up, shoulders tailored in the back, gently reaching through, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, hopping the feet back into our plank, spreading the fingers nice and wide over our shoulders. Shoulders down and into our back, belly into the back, glutes firm, thighs firm, eye forward. Deep inhale. Exhale, bending at the elbows, coming down to our chaturanga. Then pressing through the toes, lifting into our upward facing dog. When we're here, pressing through the fingertips, chest forward, shoulders together in the back, eyes up and overhead. One more deep breath here. Rolling over the hips, grounding the soles, pressing through the fingers into the shoulder, head between the elbows, hips forward. Nice and high, deep breaths in, complete breaths out. And then gently lifting our right leg, stacking our hip, and bringing the knee forward, coming into our high lunge. Back heel staying off the mat, hugging our right knee back, our left knee forward, centering the hips. Spreading our toes nice and wide, nice solid foundation. Inhaling, reaching the arms up, shoulders centered, chest wide. Deep inhales, complete exhales. Having the heel off the mat makes it a little bit more balance intensive. Finding a point of focus in front of us, breathing into it. When we're ready, dropping that back arm, opening up into our warrior 2. Back heel falls to 45 degrees. Arms in line, body centered to the left side, bending into that front knee. 2 more deep breaths here. Gaze over your front fingers. Spreading the toes, solid foundation, hugging the knees towards one another. Surrendering our back arm, our right arm up and overhead, shoulders strong into the body, really reaching through our top arm. It's our left arm bent to the side, eyes up. 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale, filling the belly. Exhale, letting it all go. Cartwheeling our arm, right elbow to the right knee, or surrendering the palm. Left arm up. 2 more deep breaths here, bending into that front knee. Eyes up and overhead. When we're ready, bring our left arm down, surrounding our front foot, straightening our knee, bring our head to knee, and taking 3 deep breaths into our intense side stretch. This gentle forward fold is helping to calm and center our mind, making it just a little bit easier for us to balance. 1 more deep breath here. Keeping our front knee as straight as possible. And then gently bending back into that front knee, reaching our arms up, opening up into our warrior, centering our feet forward. Inhale, lifting the chest, hip centered. Exhale, folding forward, arms down. Inhaling, straight spine, shoulders together in the back, spreading our toes, really grounding down, hugging the knees. Exhale, elbows in, surrendering the crown. Inhaling up. Exhaling in. Finding our calm. Finding our center. Inhale, pressing through the fingertips. We're going to allow our left foot to come to the left side. Gently bending into the left foot as we bring our hands over to frame it. Straightening out when our hips are centered. Head to our knee. 3 deep breaths here. Inhaling in everything our body needs. Exhaling out everything no longer serving us. Just 2 more. Breathing into any tension we're feeling. Back foot at 45 degrees. Bending into that front knee. Left elbow to our knee. Right arm up, overhead. Maybe surrendering the palm. Eyes up. 2 more deep breaths here. Coming into our extended side, finding our ground, planting through our toes, strong, solid foundation. Cartwheeling our arms, right hand to the inside, our thigh, sliding it up, elbow into the side, left arm up and overhead, twisting into our right side, deep breaths here. Bending into that front knee. 1 more. Finding our balance, finding our calm, coming into our warrior, hugging the shoulders together, eyes forward, deep breaths in, complete breaths out, finding our balance, shoulders engaged, body surrendered, solid foundation. Then bring our right arm forward to meet our left, hips centering, reaching the arms up, coming into our warrior, taking our back heel gently off the mat, deep breaths in, complete breaths out, hugging the knees towards one another, center shoulders, reaching through the palms, lengthening the spine, deep inhale. Exhaling forward into our fold. Surrendering into the body, deep breaths in. Complete Deep breaths out. Sliding up the body, stacking the spine. One vertebrae at a time. Outstanding work. We spent some time finding our balance, finding our calm. And, not finding our balance. We started just scratching the surface there, but finding our ground. Now we're going to go into our balancing. We're going to explore our tree pose and go into our full variation of our warrior three. Finding our point of focus, clearing our mind into it. 3 deep breaths. Making sure we have plenty of room in front of us and behind us to go into our warrior three. Keeping our eyes on our point of focus. Bringing attention down to our toes, spreading them nice and wide. Coming onto the toes. Coming onto the heels and balancing right in the center. Coming onto the outside of our feet. And then the inside. Finding that sweet spot in the center, spreading our toes nice and wide. Gripping the mat. And then bringing attention to our knees. Making sure they're gentle and not overextended, also not bent, right in between. Hips centered, shoulders centered. Allowing our arms to gently come up to the side. Deep Ujjayi breath into our point of focus. Our next inhale, lifting up our heel, shifting our weight onto our right foot, lifting up the left heel. Then gently lifting our knee, 2 breaths here. Finding our balance, finding our calm. Allowing the left knee to come to the left side, grounding the sole of our foot on our leg. And then maybe bring our hands into our heart, 3 deep breaths. Gently pressing through the fingertips. Engaging our acupressure points, helping us find our calm, find our focus. Then allowing the palms to come back out to the side, our knee to come forward. Gently bringing our left foot out and behind us. As our left foot comes behind us, unlike yesterday, today we're going to start to drop our chest down, keeping our hips centered. Allowing our back foot to come up as far as it wants to go. Gently pointing our toe. Allowing our hands to come forward into our warrior three. One more deep breath here. Gently allowing the palms to come out to the side. Our foot comes back in. An awesome job. That was our first go at our warrior three. No matter how you looked at home, you did amazing. These are not easy, and it took me a very long time to get the confidence and get the balance to be even to go into the warrior three as you saw it, which I could technically lift my leg a little bit higher, bring my chest down a little bit more, but that's felt what nourished me most. So always going with what nourishes you most, and if that means staying in your tree, exploring your tree for a little bit longer, that's great. That's incredible, and I hope you keep doing that. Finding what nourishes you most and following that. Now balancing everything on the other side, spreading our toes nice and wide, breathing into our point of focus. Finding the center of our feet, gentle knees, centered hips, centered shoulders, making sure we have enough room in front of us, behind us. Allowing our palms to come up, lifting our right heel, shifting our weight onto our left foot. Deep inhale, Ujjayi exhale, still focused on our point of focus. Then gently lifting our right knee, staying here for 2 breaths. Allowing our right knee to come to the side as our soul grounds. Maybe, if we're still working, holding our knee up, stay there. That's awesome. Finding your balance as it comes. If not, maybe bring our hands, if we're here, maybe bring our hands to our heart. One more deep Ujjayi breath. Finding our peace, finding our calm. Arms gently back out to the side. Our knee comes forward. Our right leg comes out behind us. Hips stay centered as our chest gently starts to come forward. Allowing our arms to come forward, taking 2 deep breaths here. Finding our peace, finding our calm. Allowing the arms to come back out to the side. Our foot to come in. It's our first look at our warrior 3. Tomorrow we're going to have a little bit more fun with it. Today we're just going to go over both of them one more time. Finding our point of focus, we'll go a little bit quicker through it this time. A little bit more dynamic. You can follow along, or if you feel most nourished, being a little bit more static, staying in place, clearing your mind in that point of focus, do that. Either way, all of us will start off, eyes on our point of focus, deep breaths in, Ujjayi breaths out, clearing our mind. Arms come up, left heel off the mat, shifting our weight onto our right foot, making sure we're on the center of that right foot. The right knee is gentle. Hips are centered, shoulders centered. Inhaling our left knee up. 2 deep breaths here. Ujjayi, if any thoughts are on our mind. And gently allowing our knee to come to the side. Hands to the heart. 3 deep breaths here. Finding our peace. Finding our calm. Maintaining our focus. Allowing the arms to gracefully come out to the side. Knee comes to center. Our foot gently comes out behind us. We allow the body to come forward. And then maybe bringing the arms out in front of us. 2 deep breaths. Keeping our point of focus. Keeping our center. Keeping our calm. Allowing our arms to gently come to the side. And our foot to gracefully come back in. Maybe rolling the ankles, maybe shaking out our shins, keeping our point of focus, breathing into it, 2 Ujjayi breaths. Arms coming out to the side, lifting our right heel, coming onto our right toes. 1 deep Ujjayi breath. Attention to our toes on our left foot, making sure they're spread wide, making sure we're on the center of our foot, making sure our left knee is neither overextended nor bent, rather nice and gentle in between. Hips are centered, shoulders centered. Gently raising our right knee. Deep breaths in. Complete breaths out. Bring our knee out to the side, grounding the sole of our foot. And maybe bring our hands to our heart for 3 deep breaths in our tree pose. Remembering that we're never going to sacrifice our breath for the glory of our postures. If we maintain our breath, we'll find success in every one of these postures. Deep inhales. Complete exhales. Gently allowing our arms to come back out. Our knee back to center. Coming into our warrior 3, right leg behind us. Maybe bringing the arms forward for 2 deep breaths. Keeping our focus. Keeping our calm. And then gently coming back in. Great job. It's time to come down onto our mats. Work out some of the kinks that we may have developed. Trying to balance, that's normal. Finding our peace and finding our calm on our backs. Hands on our knees, shoulders together in the front. Sliding down, one vertebrae at a time. Hands to the hips. Sliding the soles of our feet up and onto the mat. It's been a minute since we bridged, so we should be pretty excited. I know I am. Hands underneath our butt, shoulders together in the back. Interlacing our fingers, pressing through the toes, lifting the hips. Eyes up and overhead. Deep breaths in. Complete breaths out. Ankles right underneath the knees. Pressing through the toes to lift the hips. Gently engaging the thighs, engaging the glutes to support our lower back. Grounding the shoulders. 3 more deep breaths here. Maybe closing the eyes, feeling the body. Just 1 more. Pressing through the toes, lifting up nice and high. Exhale, lower down completely. Hands to the side. Knees into the chest. Interlacing our fingers around them. Gently rocking side to side. Massaging the low back. Deep breaths in. Complete breaths out. If our lower back is not in line during our balance, our hips aren't centered, then we can definitely bear a lot of weight on our lower back during our balance, and that's normal. This Apanasana, our knees to chest, is gently massaging our lower back, helping it feel a little bit more nourished. 1 more deep breath here. Allowing our palms to gently come out to the side, knees to 90 degrees, eyes to the right, legs over to the left, taking 3 nourishing breaths here. Gently breathing into the side of our body. Take time in these twists to breathe into each side equally, balancing out the body, lengthening the body equally. Very important. Pressing through the fingers, knees back to center, eyes to the left. Bringing the knees and the legs over to the right, keeping the shoulders grounded. Deep breaths in. Complete breaths out. Just 2 more. Pressing through the fingertips, coming back to center. We'll go into our legs up the wall. Now I know I've showed you many times different variations of legs up the wall. Of course you can be against a wall, hands under the knees, hands to the side is fine. This makes it a little bit more active on our lower back. Another awesome way to take this posture is by using a strap. Allowing the feet to come up. Hands on each side of the strap, and just staying here. Keeping the shoulders grounded, keeping the lower back grounded, closing the eyes. Whichever variation we enjoy the most, enjoying our legs up the wall, our Viparita Konani, for 7 more deep breaths. This restorative posture is awesome for grounding and balancing days where we're spending a lot of time on our feet, because it drains any toxins we build on our feet from stifling our breath at all. Anytime we don't exhale completely, or we hold our breath too long and exhale and inhale a little bit longer with more force than we exhale, we store the carbon dioxide into our body. So this helps drain it out. 3 more deep breaths. Gently bending the knees. If you had a strap, removing the strap. If you're on a wall, rolling to the side and off. We'll come right into our Savasana. Our legs will come down. Ankles together, and then letting the feet just splay to the side, hands to our hips. We're going to do a mental body scan, letting go of any tension we're still feeling. Starting in our toes, going through our heels to our ankles, our shins, and our calves. Any tension we're feeling, gently adjusting the body, helping to remove it. Coming through our knees, the fronts and backs of our thighs, our hips and our lower back, our belly and our chest, our upper back and our shoulders, down our arms, through our elbows, through our forearms and our wrists, grounding the palms if any thoughts are on the mind, up towards the ceiling if it's nice and clear. Tension back to our neck, gently rocking it side to side. And then coming right back to the middle. And then finally bring our attention to that spot right between our eyes where our thoughts like to think. Letting our mind know that for the next 1 minute we have nowhere to go and nowhere to be, but right here and right now. Listening only to the sounds and feeling only the sensations in our immediate present. For the next 1 minute, our only responsibility is to be here now. When we're ready, and only when we're ready, bringing attention back to the body, gently massaging the fingers and the toes amongst one another. Allowing our hands to come together at heart center, one knee into the chest at a time, gently rocking over to our right side, coming into our sleeping baby and preparing our body for motion. And then pressing through the ground below us, coming back to our seat. Hands together at heart center, reflecting in the intention we set at the beginning of our practice. And only the moments in which we met it. Ending our practice, bowing to one another, bowing to our beautiful bodies, and honoring the light within each of us, which is the same. Namaste. Thank you so much for another amazing, awesome balancing practice. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your efforts. You're amazing, and any effort you make towards peace is only making our world a better place. So thank you for making our world a better place. See you tomorrow.